That night, Ellie wandered into a hall where every wall reflected something different. The air shimmered with whispers, words that weren't hers, yet felt too familiar. Each step echoed like a memory she couldn't quite escape. And before her, 1,000 reflections waited, glowing faintly through the fog. She stepped closer to one mirror and froze. The reflection staring back was smaller, shrunken, eyes dim, shoulders folded inward. A faint whisper curled through the air. Unworthy. The word burned faintly in the glass, like it had always been there. Ellie gasped, stepping back. Her tiny hands covered her mouth, as if she could hide from what she saw. Behind her, the puppy whimpered, ears down, tail trembling. Even he could feel the pain humming in the air. Another mirror called to her. She turned and saw her own face, cracked like porcelain, eyes fractured into pieces of herself she couldn't recognize. The whisper came again. Not enough. The sound slithered like glass breaking in slow motion. And then, all the mirrors lit at once, a storm of reflections, each crueler than the last. Weak, wrong, unloved. The voices overlapped, drowning out her heartbeat. It wasn't just sound anymore. It was weight. Ellie fell to her knees, hands clamped over her ears.
Stop!
She whispered.
Please, stop!
Tears fell silently onto the cold floor. The puppy pressed close, nudging her arm, as if to remind her she wasn't completely alone. At the end of the corridor, one mirror remained, taller, older, waiting. Its glow was different, steady, almost expectant. Across it, one word shone in cruel light, unworthy. The reflection watched her, not to mock, but to tempt her to believe. Ellie wiped her tears. Her steps were small, but certain. The puppy followed, eyes wide, tail still but loyal. She could feel the fear inside her chest, but also something else, something beginning to glow. Her small hand rose and pressed against the mirror. The word pulsed brighter, as if alive. The air vibrated with a low, threatening hum. The reflection leaned closer, the same, yet not. The glass felt cold, but beneath it, something moved, something that wanted to be believed. Ellie gasped and pulled away. Her heart pounded against her ribs. The words still glowed. The voice still whispered. The mirror wanted her to believe its lies. The puppy barked softly, and then, from the shadows, rolled a small object. A glowing piece of chalk. No, a crayon made of light. It shimmered in soft gold between her feet. Ellie blinked through her tears, and, for the first time, looked curious instead of afraid. She reached down, lifted the glowing crayon, and with trembling hands, drew a single curve across the mirror. The glow flared, pushing back against the word. A breath of light, a spark of something pure, and for the first time, the mirror didn't win. One line became two, then petals. A golden sunflower bloomed across the glass, radiating warmth that filled the hall. The puppy wagged its tail, barking softly at the light, and Ellie smiled, just a little. The cruel word began to fade. Its sharp letters melted into golden dust. The mirror softened, glowing gently, and for the first time, it showed Ellie's true reflection. Small, brave, enough. She gasped, not in fear, but wonder. Her reflection smiled back, warm and whole. She reached out, hand meeting hand through the glass. Tears welled again, but this time, they turned into light, tiny fireflies of hope drifting upward. All around her, the mirrors began to change. One by one, the cruel words vanished. In their place bloomed sunflowers, golden and bright. The whispers fell silent, and in their place came birdsong. Fireflies filled the air, swirling around Ellie in shimmering patterns. The puppy leaped joyfully among them, chasing trails of golden light that danced between the mirrors. Laughter echoed softly, the kind that heals. Ellie walked forward, her head high. Every mirror now showed her true self, kind, smiling, and strong. The corridor glowed with life, the echoes of cruelty replaced by the sound of her own gentle hum. She no longer needed to hide. At the end of the hall, the main mirror waited, but this time, There were no lies, no cracks, no whispers, only Ellie, bright, confident, and her puppy at her side. Her reflection glowed, holding her gaze. For the first time, she saw not what she feared, but who she truly was. Light filled the corridor, walls blooming with golden flowers, reflections turning into endless sunlit fields. And as Ellie stood beneath the glow, her story whispered into the hearts of every watching soul. Children deserve to see their worth. Reflected back, the light faded softly until only a sunflower quilt remained warm, bright, and full of love.